Hello, welcome beautiful tribe. Today I'm going to talk about a pretty popular topic these days, and that topic is mindfulness. So if you're someone who thinks that you could use a little more mindfulness in your life, if you've read about the amazing benefits of this practice that has ancient roots and that can be easily applied to your everyday life for greater ease, clarity, purpose, confidence, all of those things that we begin to cultivate when we tap in to the truth of who we are, then stay tuned. This is for you. Mindfulness. I want to talk first of all about what it is, and then I want to give you 3 ways that you can be more mindful in your day-to-day life. Mindfulness, I wanted to start by defining mindfulness for you, and then giving you 3 ways that you can begin to implement mindfulness in your everyday life. Just these tips alone will begin to provide you with greater ease of mind, ease of heart, and ease of body. Who couldn't use more of that? So mindfulness is this awareness, this non-judgmental awareness. It's able to hold both what's happening within and without, or within and outside of ourselves. Like I said, without being for or against. So it's this moment-to-moment awareness of what our experience is. And let me just show you. I'll do a little mindful check-in here and just note in words how I would work with myself if I'm just dropping in and beginning to be more mindful of my body, for example. So mindfulness of my body would be something like this, just closing my eyes. I like to do this a few times a day and just check in. I'm feeling a sense of calm. Having a thought about, will I get everything in this talk that I'm about to give you or that I'm giving you right now? Yeah, some thoughts, some thoughts definitely around what I've recorded so far. And I can feel that as just this little bit of a little tightness right in the center of my chest. And then just recognizing that, allowing it. I'm going to open my eyes and move on. Okay, so that's mindfulness. Mindfulness specifically of my body sensations and of my thoughts, because I did both, right? Mindfulness cultivates the space between who we are and who we think we are. Often we think we are who we think we are. Can you get that? So many of us are very, very attached to all of the thoughts that go through our minds all the time, and we follow them without even realizing it. So to begin to really practice mindfulness, one suggestion is to begin a meditation practice, because we want to begin to cultivate mindfulness at the root. Before we take it into our everyday lives, it's really helpful to sit for a period of time every day in silence, just to get to know ourselves a little better. And then just to begin to tap in to that mindful presence. And this mindful presence allows us to make choices, so that though I might notice I'm feeling some doubt within me, and I can feel the contraction in my body, once I name it, it's not that it goes away necessarily, but it shifts, it changes, and I can move forward. Now notice when I did that check-in, I didn't do anything to change my experience, right? I didn't. I just felt it, named it. And that can be a really useful tool when we're beginning to cultivate mindfulness, just to name what's true. So the first tool I would suggest, again, is meditating. You can meditate 5, 6, 7 days a week. Consistency is more important than quantity of time. And if you're not sure where to begin, check out my channel here on YouTube. I have a 10-minute mindfulness meditation accessible and freely offered. So the next practice of mindfulness is to really be in your body throughout your day. Be in your body, and with this sort of idea of just this. So right now, be in your body, and then where should your attention be? Just this. Draw your attention to the things that are real in your environment. Sounds, the breath, sights, the feeling of the body. These are all really trustworthy anchors for presence. We can't really be present if we're getting lost all the times in the story of our minds. So a tool you can use anytime you remember, be in your body, recollect your awareness, and just ask yourself the question, not the question actually, just say the 2 words, just this. And then notice that's where your attention should be. So right now, your attention is in your body listening to me talk. Maybe you're taking some notes. Just this, just this. And when we can bring just this attention, notice the ideas about all the stuff that we have to do in the future, or the memories about everything in the past, even yesterday or this morning, or they're not here, are they? Just this. When we're really practicing in that way, our attention isn't feeding the future or the past in our minds. So we have access and connection to our innate wisdom that we can only access in present moment time. So this is really a big game changer. It sounds simple enough, right? But I challenge you to practice 3 times a day. Stop what you're doing, put a timer on your phone, put the words just this, morning, afternoon, and night. And whenever that timer goes off, you pause, take 3 breaths, address whatever activity you're engaged in that moment with just this. Give yourself to it fully, and you'll do so much better at whatever it is you're doing. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're on the computer, cleaning the toilet, reading a book, hanging out with your kids, being with your husband or your wife or your partner. It doesn't matter. Everything is just better when we're more mindful. The third tool that you can use to cultivate mindful awareness is to study it, to educate yourself, because this practice isn't, as Brennan Burchard says, it may be common sense, but it's not common practice. It's so easy to get off track. So there's so many great books about mindfulness. Anything by Jack Kornfield is amazing. Tara Brach is one of my favorites, and I always recommend her book Radical Acceptance, which speaks a great deal about mindfulness, especially as it applies to the emotional body. Sharon Salzberg, Shunrui Suzuki Roshi. These are just some authors of, just check them out, like pick one, or just there's books just on mindfulness. Anything, just beginning to start a reading practice where you're reading every day about that which you're practicing will help to motivate you to continue to do it. And mindfulness is a really, really, really good investment of your time and energy. So just to summarize again, meditate, check out my YouTube channel, subscribe if you haven't already, and look at my 10-minute mindfulness meditation daily. Take a day off, maybe 2. Other than that, daily. Suggestion 2, set a timer on your phone to go off 3 times a day. Whatever you're doing, stop, take 3 breaths, and then recall those words, just this, just this. And the last tool is to read, to educate yourself about the practice and its benefits so that you're motivated to practice it on a regular basis, since it's not common practice. It's getting to be more common, at least more people are hearing about it, but to actually practice it is a whole nother story, and so we need a lot of support in that direction. So I hope this motivates you and encourages you to practice a little more mindfulness in your day. If you'd like this and other teachings that I freely offer, including meditations, subscribe to my newsletter, and I'll leave the link below this video. You can check out my website, karinanickerson.com, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm sending you much love and many blessings. Namaste.